Please welcome my special guest, Joe Creighton.
Thank you.
Joe, let's time shift to the 1960s. What were your first impressions of the Australian music scene when you arrived in Australia?
Culture shock. Well, when I say that, you have to understand that the scene that I left behind in Belfast in 1967 and in the United Kingdom, London, Liverpool, Newcastle, all those cities, there was a very vibrant music scene. And a lot of the pop music of the time was actually influenced very much by rhythm and blues music, blues, gospel and soul music. And there was, of course, the more commercial pop music which was happening, so, the bands that were doing that. But there was, if you think about it, the Rolling Stones, Pretty Things, The Animals, The Yardbirds, and these bands were actually charting with this kind of music, which was pretty unusual in a way when you think of the 50s into the 60s movement, which was a lot more based on a very, some great songs, don't get me wrong, there were great songs, but it was much more pop-oriented.
Whereas at that era, the UK was experiencing an influx of American blues artists.
Absolutely,
and the original
a lot of the blues artists were also coming to the United Kingdom. You had Muddy Waters, Sonny Terry, Brownie McGee, Lightning Hopkins, John Lee Hooker, Howlin' Wolf. And it's a very incredibly culturally rich time to be growing up, and those influences were very powerful. It was an incredible scene, and I landed in Australia, and there didn't seem to be any of that at all. Now I know there was, but it was very underground. It was in little clubs, but I couldn't see it. I had no way of seeing it because it wasn't actually on TV or anything like that. But it was mostly a very pop-based thing, and it was not to my taste because I'd come from that blues kind of thing. It was just like, oh my God, what's going on here?
So the UK was probably a decade ahead of us.
At least, particularly at that time. Because I remember walking up, when I first arrived, and I'm walking up George Street and in Sydney, seeing businessmen in short sleeve shirts with a tie and a cobra and short pants and socks. And I thought at the time, what planet have I landed on? What is this? It was like very unusual.